was a generic evil organisation. They included a number of influential free thinkers and were modelled on the organisation of the Freemasons by their founder, Adam. I'm going to put his last name here because I don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's German. sorry, and were divided into three main classes. The first included novices, minivores, and lesser Illuminati. The second consisted of the Freemasons, ordinary Scottish and Scottish knights, and the third, or mystery, class comprised two grades of priest and regent, as well as magus and king. Each member of the order had given him a special name, generally classical, by which he alone was addressed in official writing. It was credited with activities ranging from the instigation of the French Revolution to the assassination of US President John F. Kennedy. If you haven't seen my video on JFK, then be sure to check it out on my channel. I'll pop a link here as well. And the notion of an all-knowing Capet ancient masters remained a powerful image in the popular consciousness into the 21st century. In the United States, them to erase any videos or online content discussing the Illuminati and not show any proof to the world. Confirmation bias and the error of logic discussed in Filcher's confirmation bias. Much of the proof that is used to verify the existence of the Illuminati is popular culture, so videos, news, celebrity behaviour, etc. Wouldn't say that there is one specific community that Illuminati believers come from. There are certain characteristics that are common between subsets of the population. One characteristic is conservative beliefs. The Illuminati and conservatives share the same critical belief that the government is heavily involved in the lives of its citizens. Many of the current Illuminati theorists are right-wing extremism is anti-Semitism. The Illuminati conspiracy is inherently anti-Semitic because of a large part of the population of believers think that Jews control the world. I would say that generally Illuminati proponents are people that have a great deal of cynicism and mistrust of the world around them. Whether you believe in the Illuminati or not, you cannot deny that it is one of the most popular conspiracies